Hey, hey, hey. Time for another out of this world story from our space. Cheating ex tells me she might harm herself. What am I supposed to do? My ex cheated on me with her married coworker. Emotional affair and physical affair both, for at least 1 year. D-Day was 2 years ago. She decided to come clean because she couldn't live like that anymore. I was completely blindsided and shattered, to say the least. She broke off things saying she doesn't deserve me. I'm very nice. I deserve someone better. She was deep in the affair fog, claimed to love the affair partner, and said, cheating aside, there were so many things fundamentally wrong with us. We broke up. I stayed single, no contact this entire time. Finally met someone else after a year. This new person and we hit it off instantly, and we've been inseparable ever since. Recently, the affair partner ended things with the ex. And gradually, the ex is coming out of the affair fog. Now she misses me. She texted me to ask me why we didn't give it another shot last year. We gave up too soon. I told her that I'm with someone else now and talking to her isn't fair to them. She said, okay, I get it. And that's that. The next day, she texted me saying that her mental health is in shambles and she's suicidal, and that can I please not be nice to her. She also said that she did something unforgivable and regrets it all the time. She wishes to go back and undo whatever she did. It was a long text, and it sounded like she blames me for the affair and for moving on so easily and quickly. I didn't reply to this. I'm concerned because she has some mental health issues and she never takes her meds. Any advice is appreciated. Edit. Thanks. Almost everyone is agreeing on not replying. I decided to not respond. I'll inform her best friend via social media about this. They can figure out how to proceed. The first reaction comes from Anon8607. Her mental health is no longer your concern. She's a real piece of work, that one. Specialist 2138. The girl is no longer your problem. Take care of your own girlfriend. Block her everywhere. I don't understand why you didn't block it until now. DOP responds, she was blocked. We were no contact. This was a new number. Next bit of advice from Own Brother 2559. So she's making a concerted effort to contact you even though she knows you don't want it, to throw a pity party. She blaming you for the affair, blaming you for her dumping you to stay with her affair partner, and pulling the suicide card to manipulate you into getting sucked back into her shit show. And even after you've told her you've moved on, she keeps at it. To be blunt, she's incredibly selfish. Doesn't care that you've healed from the trauma she caused and have found a way to be happy again. You're her second choice. She dumped you for her married affair partner and didn't think twice about it until she got dumped. Block her again, call in a mental health check, and be done with her. Fragrance Spray chimes in, F that, stay no contact with her. Send the text to her family or the authorities, and she'll learn not to use suicide threats as a mean of manipulation. Bensel McPrush says, tell her family she may harm herself, ask the cops to do a wellness check. Block afterwards. Not your circus, not your monkeys anymore. Tell your new special person about your ex and her messages. On to the next story. Found 2 affair phones on the network by accident. My sister-in-law is staying with us, and I pulled up the router to show how much more bandwidth she was using than us. Curiously, there was a 4th phone on the network. I immediately became confused, then suspicious. After thinking about it a few days, I started some home investigation by audio recording our bedroom and discovered my wife was having virtual affairs and making meeting arrangements. After 3 days of data collection, I confronted her. She denied everything, especially possessing a separate phone to conduct her cheating. I pulled up the router and showed her, and 3 phones showed up with her ID, all with different MAC addresses. Still, she denied. I filed for divorce. She announces to friends and family that I am insanely jealous and crazy and potentially dangerous. I never did tell her about the recordings. The first bit of advice comes from Fragrance Spray. Talk to a lawyer. Be smart about how you go about this to not give up an advantage in the divorce or custody. Don't tip your hand until the time is right. Whether you are ready for divorce or she BS's you into trying to fix it, talk to the lawyer anyway. You're eventually going to need them. It's better to find out what you're facing now rather than later. Do not say yes to an open relationship if you don't want one. Saying yes will only make things worse. Even if she makes it sound like it's just trying it out will make things better. Open relationships don't work without honesty, and she has zero interest in being honest. Next thought from Vicious Pala. I guess she will find out when the lawyer tells her. Desperion 1 says, "Ooh, I love it when people have an ace up their sleeve when someone makes them the bad guy." Henry Singh 1978 thinks, "You better not leave us hanging. Updates as much as possible. Sorry for what's happening to you. Keep your head up." One final bit of advice from Elegant Equivalent 86. Check your local laws regarding recordings, just to be on the safe side. On to the next story. How to deal with moving out and telling her I know about the other guy. My wife told me a few days ago that she's non-monogamous. I'm still trying to process this, but don't really know how. I was told, after 18 years together, that she wants three-ways and meet other people together. But to be honest, I don't know if I will be able to do this and deal with the jealousy and all the emotions if this would happen. I was told strongly that she wants this and that she is considering splitting up because of this and a few other reasons. It seems like she's determined with all this, as in the past 2 months, she started to exercise and be on a diet, which helped her go down to the UK size of 14, and she wants to go back to her normal size 10. Nothing strange in this, but if you add buying all new clothing, new lingerie, and completely new look, I'm starting to think she already made up her mind, and she's just waiting to confirm that I'm not up for it and move on. I forgave her once already having an affair, but this was a long time ago, and we were not in a good place back then. Plus, now I thought our relationship is stronger than ever, with kids going to the nursery and primary school and letting us have some good fun together. I think after so many years together, we had a pretty good sex life as well, 3 to 4 times a week. I'm not prude in bed or anything, just find it very difficult to see another person joining us. For her, it's only sex. For me, it's something more. Edit. Thank you for all the replies. I know everything what's happened in my marriage now is crystal clear, and I know she already made her mind up, and she already has someone, just doesn't want to admit, as she wants to keep all good things she gets with me. So even now, if I tell her no, and she backs out from the need of meeting others, my trust won't be in the same, and I wouldn't be able to love her the same way I did before. I would suspect she is having an affair behind my back. I don't accept to be second best, while I'm always open to fix things and talk about them instead of shouting at each other and hiding feelings deep inside. I'm far from perfect, but she was always the love of my life, so because of this, I was trying to keep her always happy, providing her with the best things and not let her worry about financial aspects at all. When she told me all this, it was like she is a different person and I was lied to for the last 18 years. It will be the most difficult decision of my life, but I know now that separation and divorce is the best outcome. Chat with my priest helps me understanding everything as well and realize that there's a happy life without her in my life. Update. A few days ago, I posted about my wife wanting to open marriage, etc., and that I was suspecting she had someone. Now I know she does. Evidence is not huge, but it's there. She left for work this morning. I've done brekkie for kids, and then after we ate it, I decided to clean the kitchen and give them the tablet for 30 minutes so I can just get on with it. My son comes up to me and asks to search for one of the Trek's photos. So I go to Google, and the first thing which pops up is how to say I love you in Slovak, and all other things in Slovak. So I'm thinking, and the guy I thought she's having an affair with is Slovak. Then I go to his Facebook and find he's got photos of the same place and same time she goes to walk our dog for the last 2 days. I have my suitcase packed now with all the basics I will need, and I was planning to move out tonight. Please, can someone help me with how to deal with it? What to say? Unfortunately, I think I will get very emotional with this and won't be able to control myself and will tell her what I really think, so my friend is bringing over some calming pills so I don't fall into pieces. I don't want to end it on a really bad terms as we still have kids together and we still have to see each other, etc. I know what she did is something which will break me for the next few years, and I will need time to process everything and learn how to live with my life again. How would you play this? Or how did you play this? First reaction comes from A. Ethan B. Dude, it's your house. Why are you leaving? Do you want her to move him into the house with your kids there? I'd get a plan together, after seeing a lawyer, to ensure the custody of your children and division of assets in the divorce are maximized. She's the cheer. She can leave the home. Out her affair to her family and friends. Affairs thrive in darkness. Shine a light of truth onto their little fantasy. Blade 982 chimes in. Do not leave your house. It may affect custody in the long run and have other legal ramifications. Don't do anything until you speak to a lawyer. If you need time and space from her, tell her you're going to spend a few days with a friend who needs you and start talking to a lawyer. Get your affairs in order before confronting her. The OP responds, I have an appointment with one next week and hopefully he will be able to help me with all this. I'm not going to leave the house as I don't want my kids to remember me as the one who left them. Kids are my priority and the last thing I want to do is lose connection with them. Next thought from Nero Aldrin 20. You don't leave. You ask her to leave. You don't surrender your home when she's the one being a Jezebel. She wanted an open relationship to cheat. She has no respect for you. Pack a bag for her when she comes home. Tell her to tell the kids that mommy is going away for a little while and tell her to leave and then tell her how to say, I love you in Slovak. She'll have that deer in the headlights look. OK Replacement 7697 says, have proof of everything you saw and keep them well, not just on your phone. Upload them to a cloud or something like that so she can't delete them. I hope you update.